Imagine you are standing in line at your favorite coffee shop ready to start your day. You decide to pay for your morning latte using cryptocurrency, a futuristic and exciting prospect. You scan a QR code, approve the transaction on your phone, and then you wait and wait. The barista looks at you, then at the growing line behind you. The transaction is still pending, slowly making its way through a congested digital highway. To make matters worse, you notice the fee for this small purchase is almost as much as the coffee itself. This scenario, while hypothetical for most, highlights a fundamental problem that has plagued many early blockchains. For digital money to truly become mainstream, it needs to function like the payment systems we use every day: fast, cheap, and reliable. No one wants to wait several minutes for a payment to clear, nor do they want to pay exorbitant fees for simple daily activities. The dream of a decentralized future where we can interact and transact directly with one another without intermediaries really hinges on solving this challenge. If a blockchain is too slow or too expensive, it remains a niche technology for speculators and enthusiasts rather than a practical tool for the masses. It's like having a supercar that's permanently stuck in city traffic. The power is there, but it's unusable in the real world. This need for speed and affordability extends far beyond simple payments. Think about online gaming, where split-second actions determine winners and losers. Or consider digital art markets, where thousands of people might try to buy a popular new NFT at the exact same moment. In these high-demand environments, a slow and costly network creates frustration and excludes those who cannot afford the high fees. It stifles innovation, preventing developers from building the kinds of responsive, engaging applications that could attract millions of new users to the world of crypto. The core promise of Web3, an internet owned by its users, can only be realized if the underlying infrastructure is powerful enough to support it. This is precisely the problem that a new generation of blockchains set out to solve. They saw the limitations of their predecessors and envisioned a different path forward. They asked a critical question: how can we build a decentralized network that is not only secure but also performs at a scale that can compete with centralized giants like Visa or a modern stock exchange? The goal was ambitious: to create a platform where transactions are confirmed in seconds, not minutes, and where the cost of using the network is so low that it becomes an afterthought. This quest for a high-performance blockchain is the very reason Solana was created, aiming to deliver on the promise of a truly scalable digital world. Solana emerged on the crypto scene with a clear and audacious mission: to be the fastest and most scalable blockchain in the world. It was designed from the ground up to handle a massive number of transactions at an incredibly low cost, directly addressing the coffee shop conundrum that plagued older networks like Bitcoin and, at times, Ethereum. Think of Solana not just as another cryptocurrency, but as a foundational layer for a new internet. A global computer that anyone can use to build and run applications without worrying about performance bottlenecks. Its primary focus has always been on raw, unadulterated speed, aiming to process tens of thousands of transactions per second. What truly makes Solana special is its unique architecture, which was engineered specifically for high performance. While other blockchains often rely on secondary Layer 2 solutions to achieve scale, Solana's approach is to do everything on a single, unified chain, often referred to as a monolithic design. This means developers don't have to build on separate, fragmented networks to get the speed they need. Everything happens in one place, creating a more seamless experience for both builders and users. This focus on a single, powerful base layer is what allows Solana to offer consistently fast transaction finality, often in under 2 seconds, and fees that typically cost less than a penny. This combination of high throughput and low cost opens up a world of possibilities that are simply not practical on slower, more expensive chains. For developers, it means they can build complex applications, from fast-paced video games to decentralized social media platforms that feel just as responsive as their traditional Web 2 counterparts. For users, it means interacting with the world of crypto becomes accessible and affordable. You can trade digital assets, mint NFTs, or play a game without constantly worrying about whether the transaction will fail or cost you a small fortune in fees. Solana's vision is to make the blockchain invisible, allowing the applications built on top of it to take center stage. At its core, Solana represents a different philosophical approach to solving the blockchain trilemma, the challenge of balancing decentralization, security, and scalability. While some projects prioritize maximum decentralization above all else, Solana made a conscious trade-off, betting that incredible performance would attract a massive wave of developers and users, which in turn would foster a vibrant and sufficiently decentralized ecosystem. It's a bet on the idea that for crypto to achieve mass adoption, it needs to first deliver a user experience that can compete with and even surpass the centralized services we use every day. This bold vision has made Solana one of the most talked about and utilized blockchains in the industry. So, how does Solana actually achieve its remarkable speed? The answer lies in a combination of innovative technologies that work together to create a highly efficient system. At the heart of it all is a groundbreaking concept called proof of history, or POH. Before we get into POH, it's important to know that Solana, like many modern blockchains, uses a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. In a POS system, network participants known as validators stake their own cryptocurrency to earn the right to verify transactions and add them to the blockchain. This is far more energy efficient than the proof-of-work system used by Bitcoin. Proof of history is the special ingredient that Solana adds on top of proof of stake. You can think of POH as a cryptographic clock that creates a verifiable historical record of when events happened. In other blockchains, validators have to spend a lot of time communicating with each other to agree on the order of transactions. This back-and-forth messaging creates delays and slows the entire network down. Solana's POH solves this by creating a time-stamped ledger before transactions are even processed. Validators can look at this ledger, trust the order of events without needing to confirm it with everyone else, and process transactions in parallel. This dramatically reduces a major bottleneck and is a key reason for Solana's speed. But POH is not the only innovation working under the hood. Solana employs a suite of other technologies designed to maximize performance. One of these is called Turbine, a protocol that breaks down large blocks of transaction data into smaller, more manageable packets. These smaller packets are then broadcast across the network, much like how a turbine engine disperses air. This makes it much easier and faster for validators to receive the data they need, even if they have a less powerful internet connection. This efficient data propagation helps the network stay in sync and process transactions rapidly without getting bogged down. Another key component is C-level, which is Solana's parallel smart contract runtime. On many other blockchains, transactions are processed one after another in a single file line. C-level allows the network to process tens of thousands of smart contracts at the same time, as long as they don't involve the same state or data. It's like having a supermarket with dozens of checkout lanes open instead of just one. By running non-overlapping transactions in parallel, C-level unlocks a massive amount of processing power, contributing significantly to Solana's overall throughput and making the network incredibly efficient for handling a high volume of activity. While the technology behind Solana is impressive, what truly matters is what people can do with it. Thanks to its speed and low fees, Solana has become a bustling hub for a wide range of applications, attracting both developers and a massive user base. One of the most prominent use cases is in decentralized finance, or DeFi. On Solana, users can lend, borrow, and trade digital assets through platforms like Jupiter, Marinade Finance, and Jito. Because transactions are so cheap and fast, traders can execute complex strategies and swap tokens almost instantaneously, an experience that is often prohibitively expensive on other chains. This has made Solana a favorite destination for high-frequency trading and retail DeFi users alike. Another area where Solana has exploded in popularity is with meme coins. While often seen as speculative and fun, the meme coin phenomenon has proven to be a powerful stress test for blockchains. The viral nature of these tokens can generate enormous sudden spikes in trading activity. Solana's ability to handle this immense volume with minimal fees has made it the go-to chain for launching and trading coins like Bonk and Dogwafat. This has brought a huge wave of new retail-focused users into the Solana ecosystem, many of whom are interacting with the blockchain for the very first time. It showcases the network's capacity to handle mainstream consumer-driven hype. The world of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, has also found a vibrant home on Solana. Platforms like Magic Eden and Tensor have become leading marketplaces where artists and creators can mint and sell digital collectibles. The low minting costs on Solana empower artists to experiment with new ideas without facing significant financial barriers, while collectors can buy, sell, and trade NFTs without worrying about high gas fees eating into their profits. This has fostered a diverse and active creator economy, with popular collections like Mad Lads and Tensorians driving significant engagement and proving Solana's capability as a cultural and artistic platform. Finally, Solana is making significant inroads into the world of blockchain gaming. The network's high speed is perfect for creating on-chain games that require quick responses and frequent microtransactions. Projects like Star Atlas, a massive space exploration MMO, and others are leveraging Solana's performance to build immersive gaming experiences that would be impossible on slower networks. Furthermore, the rise of decentralized physical infrastructure networks, has taken root on Solana. Projects like Helium, which is building a decentralized mobile network, and Hive Mapper, a decentralized mapping service, use Solana to reward contributors with cryptocurrency, showcasing the chain's utility for real-world applications beyond just finance and collectibles. So what's next for Solana? Well, Solana has already established itself as a high-performance blockchain, but its developers are definitely not resting on their laurels. The ecosystem is constantly evolving, with several major upgrades on the horizon designed to make the network even more robust, decentralized, and even faster. The most anticipated of these upgrades is Firedancer, which is a brand new validator client being developed by Jump Crypto. Now, just to clarify, a validator client is the software that network participants run to process transactions and secure the chain. At the moment, most of the network relies on a single client developed by Solana Labs, which honestly creates a potential single point of failure. Firedancer is a complete rewrite of the Solana validator client, built from the ground up with a relentless focus on performance and efficiency. By introducing a second independently developed client, Firedancer will significantly enhance the network's resilience. If the primary client ever encounters a bug or an issue that causes it to slow down or even halt, validators running Firedancer can continue processing transactions, keeping the network online. This client diversity is a crucial step in maturing the network and really helps mitigate the risk of future outages, which have been a point of criticism for Solana in the past. Early tests of Firedancer have shown staggering performance gains, suggesting it could push Solana's transaction capacity even further. Alongside Firedancer, the Solana Foundation is also working on a major upgrade known as the Alpenglow feature release. This isn't just a single feature, but actually a collection of user-facing enhancements designed to improve the experience of interacting with the Solana blockchain. One of its key components is something called timely vote credits, a mechanism that will help the network finalize transactions even faster and more consistently. Another planned feature is transaction simulation, which will allow wallets and applications to show users exactly what a transaction will do before they sign it. This is a massive improvement for security, since it can help prevent users from falling victim to scams or malicious smart contracts. These upgrades represent a significant leap forward for the Solana ecosystem. Firedancer promises to address one of the network's main weaknesses, client diversity, while simultaneously unlocking a new level of performance. Alpenglow focuses on making the chain more user-friendly and secure for the average person, lowering the barriers to entry and building greater trust in the ecosystem. Together, these developments really signal a clear focus on hardening the network's core infrastructure and refining the user experience. They're not just incremental improvements, they're foundational shifts designed to prepare Solana for the next wave of mass adoption and to solidify its position as a top-tier platform for decentralized applications. No technology is perfect, and to really have a clear understanding of Solana, it's essential to look at both its impressive strengths and its acknowledged weaknesses. On the positive side, Solana's most significant advantage is, honestly, its raw performance. The combination of high transaction throughput and incredibly low fees is basically unmatched among major smart contract platforms. This makes it an ideal environment for applications that require high-frequency activity like DeFi trading, on-chain gaming, and those, large-scale NFT mints. For users, this translates to a smooth and affordable experience where they can interact with dApps without the constant fear of high gas fees or slow confirmation times. Another major strength is its rapidly growing and vibrant ecosystem. Solana has attracted a passionate community of developers and entrepreneurs who are building a diverse range of innovative projects. The tooling for developers, such as the Anchor framework, has made it progressively easier to build secure and efficient applications on the network. This has created a powerful flywheel effect. Great tools attract talented developers who build compelling applications, which in turn attract more users, further cementing Solana's position as a leading development platform. The strong backing from venture capital and major industry players has also provided the ecosystem with the resources needed to fund and support this growth. However, Solana is not without its challenges. The network's most well-known weakness has been its history of performance degradation and outages. In the past, the chain has halted on several occasions, often due to overwhelming traffic from bot activity or bugs in the networking code. While the developers have implemented numerous fixes and upgrades to address these stability issues, and uptime has improved dramatically, these past incidents have impacted its reputation for reliability. The network's complexity, which is really the source of its performance, can also be a source of novel bugs and challenges that need to be addressed as the technology matures. Furthermore, some critics point to the issue of validator hardware requirements and centralization risks. Running a Solana validator requires a powerful and expensive computer, which can be a barrier to entry for smaller participants. This has led to a more concentrated group of validators compared to other networks like Ethereum, raising concerns about the network's long-term decentralization and censorship resistance. While the number of validators is growing and solutions like Firedancer aim to improve efficiency, this remains a valid point of debate. Balancing extreme performance with broad, accessible decentralization is honestly a core challenge that Solana continues to navigate as it evolves. When people discuss smart contract platforms, the conversation almost inevitably turns to Solana versus Ethereum, the two titans of the space. While both aim to be the foundation for a decentralized internet, they take fundamentally different approaches to achieving that goal. Ethereum, as the first mover, has the largest and most established ecosystem. It is widely regarded as the most secure and decentralized smart contract platform, with a massive community of developers and a vast array of applications that have been battle-tested over many years. Its primary focus has been on maximizing decentralization and security, sometimes at the expense of speed and cost on its main chain. Solana, on the other hand, was built with a performance-first mentality. Its biggest differentiator is speed and cost. While Ethereum can process around 15 to 30 transactions per second on its main net, with fees that can spike into the double or even triple digits during peak congestion, Solana can handle tens of thousands of transactions per second for a fraction of a cent. This makes Solana far more suitable for consumer-facing applications that require a high volume of low-value transactions. Ethereum is addressing its scalability issues with a roadmap centered on Layer 2 rollups, separate chains that process transactions off the mainnet and bundle them together. This makes Ethereum more of a modular ecosystem, whereas Solana remains a monolithic chain. This architectural difference leads to a different user and developer experience. On Solana, everything happens on one unified layer, which can really simplify the development process and create a more seamless user experience. You don't have to bridge your assets between different networks to access different applications. On Ethereum, the user journey often involves moving funds to various Layer 2s like Arbitrum, Optimism, or Base to benefit from lower fees and faster speeds. This can add complexity and fragmentation, though it also offers users a choice of different environments with varying trade-offs. Ultimately, the choice between Solana and Ethereum depends on priorities. Ethereum's long track record, massive network effect, and commitment to decentralization make it the preferred platform for high-value DeFi applications where security is paramount. It is often seen as the global settlement layer for the digital economy. Solana appeals to those who prioritize user experience, speed, and low costs above all else. It has become the leading platform for applications that need to feel as fast and responsive as traditional web applications, such as gaming, social media, and high-frequency trading. The two are not necessarily mutually exclusive and could coexist, serving different use cases in the broader Web3 ecosystem. Beyond the technical specifications and market comparisons, what truly defines a blockchain is the life that pulses through it, the community, the projects, and the culture that form its ecosystem. Solana has cultivated a uniquely vibrant and fast-paced environment that really sets it apart. The culture is often described as scrappy and relentless, with a build-first mentality that prioritizes shipping products and iterating quickly. This has attracted a certain type of founder and developer who thrives in a high-energy setting, leading to an explosion of innovation across the network. The community is highly active on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Discord, creating a tight-knit and engaged user base. This culture has given rise to a rich landscape of native applications and infrastructure. The user experience on Solana is often considered one of the best in crypto, thanks in large part to user-friendly wallets like Phantom and Solflare. These wallets are not just for storing assets, they have evolved into powerful dashboards for the Solana ecosystem, offering features like in-wallet swapping, NFT galleries, and dApp browsers that make navigating the chain incredibly intuitive. This focus on user-centric design has been a key driver in attracting and retaining a large retail audience, many of whom may have found other blockchains too cumbersome or confusing to use. The developer experience has also matured significantly. While early development on Solana was considered challenging, the creation of the Anchor framework has been a game changer. Anchor provides developers with a set of tools that simplify and standardize the process of building secure programs on Solana, reducing the risk of common bugs and vulnerabilities. This has lowered the barrier to entry for new developers, enabling a wider range of builders to contribute to the ecosystem. The result is a flourishing landscape of projects spanning every major crypto vertical, from sophisticated financial instruments to quirky, community-driven experiments. Furthermore, Solana has become a hub for real-world applications that go beyond the typical crypto use cases, particularly in the DePIN sector. Projects like Helium, which is all about decentralized wireless networks, HiveMapper for decentralized mapping, and Render for decentralized GPU rendering have all migrated to or launched on Solana to take advantage of its ability to handle millions of microtransactions from real-world devices. This demonstrates Solana's potential to serve as the backbone for tangible physical infrastructure, bridging the gap between the digital and physical worlds. This expanding ecosystem is a testament to the network's versatility and its growing appeal to a broad spectrum of innovators. After exploring its technology, use cases, and challenges, we arrive at the final question: who should consider using Solana? The answer depends entirely on what you are looking for in a blockchain. If you are a user who wants to explore the world of decentralized applications without the friction of high fees and slow speeds, Solana presents a compelling option. Whether you want to trade meme coins for fun, collect digital art, play a fast-paced on-chain game, or simply experiment with DeFi, Solana offers an experience that is accessible, affordable, and remarkably smooth. Its user-friendly wallets and low transaction costs make it one of the easiest chains for newcomers to get started with. For developers and entrepreneurs, Solana offers a platform built for scale from day one. If your vision is to build a consumer-facing application that needs to support thousands or even millions of users with near instantaneous interactions, Solana's architecture is tailor-made for your needs. The monolithic design simplifies the development process, as you don't have to worry about bridging assets or navigating a complex web of Layer 2 solutions. The growing suite of developer tools and the vibrant, supportive community provide a fertile ground for innovation, particularly for those building in sectors like gaming, social media, DePIN, and high-volume finance. On the other hand, if your primary concern is maximum decentralization and the proven security that comes with a longer track record, Ethereum might be a more suitable choice. For applications that secure billions of dollars in value or function as core, foundational financial infrastructure, Ethereum's emphasis on security and its more distributed validator set offer a different set of assurances. The crypto world is not a zero-sum game, and these two giant platforms have evolved to serve different, albeit sometimes overlapping, needs. The future is likely to be multi-chain, with different blockchains excelling at different things. In conclusion, Solana has carved out a distinct and powerful identity in the competitive blockchain landscape. It is the speed demon, the performance king, the platform that prioritizes a seamless user experience above all else. While it has faced growing pains and continues to work on enhancing its resilience and decentralization, its core value proposition remains incredibly strong. With major upgrades like Firedancer on the horizon, Solana is poised to become even faster and more robust. For anyone who believes that mass adoption will be driven by applications that are as fast, cheap, and easy to use as the best of Web 2, Solana is a project that is, honestly, impossible to ignore.